Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'm bringing you today's wonderful episode. So some of you guys might be wondering what happened to the live streams. Well, here's the deal. What we're going to do, we're going to shift these to the patron site for our patrons. Once I figure out how to do that, I'm going to experiment this weekend. And there's a simple reason for it. I know the last one we had some volume issues and other issues that I eventually solved. And then I reshot the entire thing as a regular video instead of a live stream. And what I have noticed, I went back through and I looked. We've had a few live streams, and what I've noticed is that on the YouTube channel, our live streams get about a fifth of the viewership of our regular videos. So obviously most of you guys prefer the regular videos, and I want to give you guys what you prefer. So we're going to keep with the regular videos for the YouTube channel, and for our patrons we will start putting in some live streams for you guys. And along with that, thank you very much to our patrons, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the exclusive videos that we occasionally put out there for you guys, and the upcoming live streams, if anyone's curious about that, and the buying us a coffee, which I appreciate. Thank you. I think your name is Brian that just bought us a couple of coffees. Very appreciated. I'm back on my diet, so I'm trying to cut out the sodas, so coffee is definitely always appreciated. But yeah, if you're curious about any of that, just check the description of the video down below. Otherwise, because I don't want this to drag on too long, we're going to go ahead and jump into today's video. So for today's video, this is going to be one dealing more with the dealing aspect of the game. And we're going to be talking about place bets. We're actually going to get rid of the puck because we're actually going to go over a drill. Learning how to pay place bets properly and swiftly is very, very important. Now, when I used to teach the game, I used to teach people that what you need to learn is 1 through 10 units. You needed to be able to learn that to the point where it was instinctive, where you looked at it and you just knew what it paid. You didn't have to do the math. You didn't have to look at the cap on a 6 or 8, multiply it by 7, or add the cap back to the bet, whatever method you used to figure out the payout. You just looked at it and you just automatically knew what it paid because you had paid it so many times. 1 through 10 units. That's what you then use for pretty much every payout after that. Let's say I have, let's say 17 units on the 5. Okay, 17 units on the 5. So looking at 10 plus another 7, right? 17 units on the 5. Now, when you're new, when you're breaking, how are you going to pay this? Now, you could, of course, look at it and go, well, there's 17 units on there, 17 times 5, and figure it out that way. But if you instinctively, automatically know what the 1 through 10 units pay, well, you know that 10 units pay 70, and you know that 7 units pays 49, so you know it paid $119. Plain and simple. Now, once you've been dealing for a little bit longer, you start learning some other basic ones. I don't even have to think about 75. I know it pays 105, and I know that 10 pays 14. So again, I arrived at that 119, but I arrive at it much quicker. So learning that 1 through 10 units, because we also then use it to scale up. Let's come up with an easy one. $450 5. What does that pay? Well, what does a $45 one pay? It pays $63. So that means that this pays $630, right? I don't have to think about it other than scaling up, adding a 0 to the units. 9 units. Added a 0 to it. That's all I needed to do, right? So learning the 1 through 10 units is extraordinarily important, and learning them to almost an instinctive level. So how did I get my people there, my students there, when they weren't dealing on a live game? This is how I did it. I'm going to need a whole bunch of chips here, so let me just start grabbing some chips. Make sure I've got plenty over here to work with. So what I did, first we're going to go with the 4 and 10. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 units. Okay? 10 units, 4 and 10 pay the same, right? So 10 units. And then I randomly would put them in their spots. Do it randomly. Now, You absolutely could use your buy buttons and start labeling which ones were buys, which ones were not. So I would have the buys. I would usually do $25 and set them as buys. But you can also leave them as place bets, because once you've been dealing for a while, a lot of places aren't going to use the buy buttons anymore, pull them inside, because they just expect you to just know that it's a buy. So then I'm going to do 1 through 10 on the 5 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And again, I'm going to randomly put them out. Now here's the thing. You have to do this randomly, and you have to make sure that they don't scale up in order. From position 1 doesn't go from 1 unit to 2 units to 3 units, so on, because you just learn to just add $7 to your payouts. So I had to mix them up, and I had to make sure they did not go in a scaling up order, the smallest to largest, right? So I would just kind of randomly put them out there. So now the 6 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 units, 5 units, 6 units, 7 units, and I got chips again. 8 units, 9 units, and 10 units. Now, once again, randomly put them out. Make sure you've got your caps correct. And there you go. So you've now got you've now got 1 through 10 units randomly. Oh, I missed one. How on earth did I do that? Now I got 1 through 10 units randomly placed amongst the numbers. So what did I have them do with this drill? I had them start either the 4 or the 10, either one, either 4 through the 10 or 10 down through the 4, and I had them pay it. And then pay each one of them in their proper positions. Here I'm going to fall off the table if I go behind the pass line on the side, so I'm just going to go right. I'm going to leave it within the view of the camera, so it may not be past the pass line, because I would go straight in a row so I could check the payouts. I would have them pay it, and their goal for a trainee, for a student, was 5 minutes. Obviously, I'm going to do it a little bit quicker, so I want you guys to observe. Here we go. Right, so this is a buy, and I'm going slower because I'm going to talk through it, okay? So this is a buy, $45 as a buy. It's a $2 vig. It's going to pay $88, okay? So had to cut it out properly and then pay it out. $35, that's going to be $68. Position number 4. $50 is going to be $98, right? And I told them they were not allowed to do the drop me $2 kind of thing. They couldn't do 100 for 2. They had to properly cut out the payout. Okay, $20. We're not quite at a buy yet, so $36. And then $15, so $27. Okay, so then we move on to the 5. $40 pays $56. 10 pays $14. 25 pays $35. Got to restock my chips. What do we got here? We've got 20, which pays 28. 30, which pays 42. Now I move on to the 6. Okay, so I've got 42. That's going to pay $49. 12 pays 14. 24 pays 28. And I'm actually going to do this one with red instead of green, right? Because they start getting lazy and trying to use green for everything. I'm just restocking my chips here. This is part of what slows you down. Green for everything, and I wanted to show that you don't need to do that in order to be able to pay swiftly. Okay, 36 pays 42. So now I move on to the 8. 30 pays 35. Right here, I've got 48, which pays 56. Then I've got 18, which pays 21. 6 pays 7. And then 54 pays 63. Now I move on to the 9. 35 pays 49. 5 pays 7. 50 pays 70. Again, I'm running out of checks. I'm actually almost all the way out of checks. I'm running out of reds, so I need to grab some of the reds that I don't particularly like. 15 pays 21. 45 pays 63. Now I move on over here. 30 pays 58. 5 pays 9. 10 will pay 19. Once again, running out of checks, and these are not set up in stacks, so I got to grab them individually here, which is slowing me down just the tiniest bit. But 10 pays 18. And what do we have here? 40. 40 is an easy one. It pays 78. Man, green also. Thing about this drill, this uses a lot of checks. It's 78, and this pays 49. Okay, 25 pays 49. Boom. Done. What was that, 3 minutes? 3 minutes, and I'm talking it out as I go. If I wasn't talking it out, it'd be flying even faster. Generally, I can pay this in less than 2 minutes. I expected my students to be able to do it in 5 minutes in order to move on to the next portion of the course. And I generally expected somebody to be able to do it in less than 4 minutes in order to be able to make it onto actual audition. So yeah, here it's just a basic drill that you can do that will teach you how to pay these bets, pay them properly, cut it out properly, hand it off properly, get the payouts correct. And when you run it enough times, you start getting what we call picture bets. You see the picture of the bet in your head, and you see a picture of the payout in your head. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do the math anymore. You just automatically cut out that picture you see in your head. That was the goal. So I hope you guys find this helpful, interesting, illuminating, enlightening, just plain fun. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye now. Thank you everybody for watching today's video, and as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that. But the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. You know, I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on T-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know next to nothing. I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.